want to show you how you can add assignments to Seesaw for your students to be able to copy and edit. This will come in handy when we start to upload our learner profiles, but I wanted to share it sooner than later. In case you start to use this feature, there's something important you need to know about how you add it so that your parents aren't being notified of every worksheet or activity you post for students to do. So two things need to be turned on in settings in order for this to work. So tap on the wrench and make sure that enable item editing is turned on, as well as students can see each other's work. Now, I know there are a few teams that wanted this turned off for various reasons. In order for your students to copy and edit work that you place in Seesaw, this has to be turned on. There is a way around it, but it's rather time intensive. So if you feel strongly about this being turned off, you can come see me and I can show you a different way. So if there's something you want all of your students to have access to, say maybe you're doing exit ticket. So tap the plus sign and choose post to student journal. And then for an exit ticket, I'm just going to use the note feature. So maybe just 3 things I learned today. So 1, 2, 3. Click the check mark and click it a second time if you're not doing a recording of your voice to explain. Then when the page to select students comes up, here's the important part when it comes to what parents see. You might think to click on everyone. In fact, you don't want to click on that at all. Think of everyone as every parent connected. So if you choose that, every parent is going to be notified that you uploaded this activity, and we really only want the things that the parents see to be the students' finished work. You also don't want to click on individual students because that will do the same thing. We'll notify the parents that this was posted, and again, since they haven't done any work on it, we really don't want them seeing that. So instead, when you get to this screen, select nothing and the green check mark. Now, as long as you have students can view each other's work turned on, the kids will see this in their class feed. And so they can scroll down so they can see the 3 dots in the corner and click Edit Item. For the note feature, they need to click Edit Note, and then they can type in the document. So all right, there's one thing I learned today. So once they've filled it in, then they click the green check mark. Again, they have the option to go back and edit it some more or record their voice if that's one of the requirements, and check the green check mark again. Students in Integrity, Discover, and Excellence, that will be how it looks on their screen. So once they edit the item and submit it themselves, you'll see that it needs your approval down here at the bottom. P-Teams and Respect, once they click that check mark, they'll then be brought to a screen where they need to select their name, and that just is a matter of how we sign in to Seesaw. That's the reason that might be a little different. So if you want everybody to have access to something, you can post things for them to edit, just like I showed you. But many of you might want kids to have access to specific documents based on what group they're in for math or reading. So I'm going to show you a little shortcut just so kids aren't constantly scrolling through their class feed to find a document you're talking about. So if you click on the wrench and scroll down to Manage Students, you're going to create a fake student. Remember, I'll always add new students so that they're input correctly and their work will roll over with them from year to year here. But in this case, you can create a fake student. Put a period in front of it. I'll show you why in a second. I'm going to just call this Heart Math. We're going to have to do a couple steps here. Click Look Up Student. Now I need to name it again. Heart Math. Create Student. Add one of these existing students. No, create a new student. All right, so what you'll want to do is make a fake email. This is just because we use Seesaw for schools, so it does require a few more steps than the free Seesaw account. So all I'm going to do is heartmath at www.swmsd.org. This really makes no difference at all. And then just click Google account. Click Create Student. You can exit out of here. Exit again. And now the reason why I told you to put a period in front of it is because it brings it to the top of the list of student journal names. So when the kids are in here, you can tell them to click on, Heart Math, and that's where they'll find the document you want them to access. So let me show you how to get your documents in that folder. So if you click the plus sign, post a student journal. This time it's math, so I'm going to do a quick drawing. I want to do a quick assessment. So I want kids to finish the pattern. So I'll click the green check mark. Again, click the green check mark unless you wanted to record or add some labels. Now here, click on Heart Math. Heart Math is not going to be assigned to any parent. It's a fake student, but this will ensure that this document only goes to the Heart Math student. So click on Heart Math, click the green check mark. Now I'm going to just go back to my main page. All right, so what you can do then if you want the kids to, in your math group, to get to that document, you'll just instruct them to come over to Heart Math. Same procedure, click on the 3 dots, edit item, then they can finish the pattern and submit themselves.